Wow.
Looks like you're finding your way around.
Am I a proper Canadian? I'm as Canadian as maple syrup, man.
Getting some rest, but
things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing.
I say sorry way too much.
Stark this afternoon.
I can stare down a Canadian goose.
In the good old days.
I don't have a lot of plaid though. Like, I don't have a Canadian tuxedo.
The world is still full of monsters and villains. My mother being the worst of them all.
You forgot heroes.
Yeah.
The world is
There's
still
like a
full of
not
heroes.
combat or not in combat
Sadly,
outfit.
we're missing one of our best.
Agatha.
He's still wearing
Where
some
is
weird
Agatha?
gold choker that I don't understand.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know, Agatha, she's no longer with us.
Who's Agatha?
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
You do not have to do this.
Thank you, but I do. I haven't spoken to anyone about what happened, and more so than anyone, you deserve to know. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, the Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right, perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them.
Yeah, we're getting exposition
Tried to
through
caution her,
backstory or whatever.
but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but
Agatha was killed.
yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Doctor Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
So this is the light side, dark side stuff. Are we gonna go maximum edgelord? Yeah, let's do that.
Wanda's powers were so out of control they cost a life. Your decision may have saved lives, if not the entire Abbey.
I like to
Gotta start
believe
somewhere,
that,
man.
especially given her current situation. Wanda, Agatha. It seems we have lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Later, nerd. The hunter can follow the path of light or dark through the choices they make in the Abbey and the abilities they use in combat. Powerful rewards can be unlocked as a hunter moves down either path. Yeah, Charlie. Ugh, I have no arcane keys. Whatever that means. You are slow, Charlie. I am like the wind. You've done everything in Rebirth, my god. I don't know if I'll do that. You got your money's worth out of it.
Agatha!
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my
Yeah, the golden
body.
saucer stuff. I'm looking forward to
I
it.
actually
It'll
find
come
it
out
quite
on PC
liberating.
at some point, and then, I don't know, 3 years later I'll play it.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
Oh.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
Good question. I'll be back in a minute. Hope to see you on the other side. Did you guys see what the co-CEO of Sony was talking about the other day with regard to PC games? Basically, the plan is Sony, well, at least some of the executive, what they want to do is they want to release the first installment of a game on all the platforms. PC, whatever. So imagine like God of War, okay? And then what they'll do is the next one and the one after that, they won't release on PC to try to get people to buy the console. He went full hipster. I mean, he's probably made enough money that it doesn't matter what he does anymore, right? He doesn't need to be aerodynamic or hydrodynamic. I should just buy a PS5? No.
This ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate. Caretakers?
You demand
everywhere?
exclusive content here?
Yes.
Well,
Sam
life
got a
sucks,
little
man.
Protective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Ominous indeed.
What a nice lady. Let's go in. The Trial of the Elder Gods. Oshtar. Open the way to locations barred. I can increase the difficulty level?
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs
I do want
to
to play Ghost of
goddess
Tsushima.
Laura.
It's on the list of games I want to play.
Caretaker was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie's super
Charlie?
excited. Oh, Battle Charlie's ready.
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Defeat all
As
enemies.
the goddess of balance and order, Oshtar was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Okay, so how do I change the difficulty? I literally can't. They lied to me. Alright, what do we got? On KO, draw a card, apply to marked. Refunds a card when KO'd. Oh, that's wild. Does it stack with Quick Slash? Oh, okay, I see.
They cannot possibly match your strength. You were too weak for this fight.
It doesn't really look like it, to be honest.
I am impressed. Leave some for the rest of us. Now that was something.
That'd actually be pretty funny. Difficulty was just dictated by how lazy you are.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. You have earned this.
That was kind of cool.
Your mother abandons you.
Your mother.
Your time has come. Feel my call.
So I should be able to move and then just like blast. Yeah, okay. Maybe. So if I move here and then what? Why can't I? Oh, there we go. Boom. Completed in one turn.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Victory! Mission rating 3. Better be. Finished in 1 turn. Rise of the Midnight Suns. The hunter becomes the hunted. Blah, 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 blah. It's fine. Oh, I'm gonna go deeper underground. How do I get back up if I can't jump? Whatever. The moon seal. Nothing else any fun here? All right, slam it.
Looks like
Oshtar's gift allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Open will allow you to access new areas of the Abbey and its grounds, which are locked by magical means.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Oshtar for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Words of power, magical incantations the hunter can use on the Abbey grounds. Hold spacebar. Open sesame!
Oshtar smiles upon me.
Sick. I cannot move to heroic. Why? It's locked. Okay. Oh, what is this? I have no arcane keys.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night?
Why not?
Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Good night. We're ready for the next round. Gotta go pet Charlie. That's our first thing.
There is my ferocious Charlie girl.
So ferocious. All right.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
We still have so many more movies to show you.
So many more.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
We'll be fine.
Offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
All right, so we examine another coil.
Okay, what's up?
So why wouldn't I just want to stack everything up on Hunter?
Take your pick, Hunter.
Oh, I guess you don't really have a
I
choice.
feel like I could automate
Oh, this is a
process
light
and take
ability.
myself out of the loop here.
That's a cool one, though. But I want to avoid light abilities, right? We're going full edgelord, dark. So let's try this.
I'm happy to help, Hunter. What? If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
Do you think this will be enough to give us an edge?
I hope so. Whatever it is, it's quite powerful. I'm relying on my instincts here, but truly that's all I have to rely on until I can find a way to access the Sanctum's archives again.
That seems a bit risky.
Right now, with the Sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find
I want to
means
open this, though.
research, I can give the Midnight
I don't really
Suns
want to
every
just blow it
possible
up.
advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step
Oh,
up to the
okay.
anvil,
So I
Hunter. It doesn't bite.
chose the neutral option, so I didn't get a response? or a point out of it. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, I guess every opportunity that comes up, I'm just gonna make some choice, and that'll be that.
Well, hello
Consequences aren't important.
there. I just hope you brought me something interesting.
Studying artifacts unlocks more powerful research projects. Right. Boom.
Hoary hosts of Hoggoth.
Oh, I used the Triple H.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The Cube of Nothingness. The Tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within.
Oh.
A simple object, though certainly not...
More research level. Hell yeah. Can I pay $20 to accelerate it? Research projects take 1 day to complete, but grant powerful rewards like room upgrades, combat items, and hero outfits. Spend moves to knock back enemies in combat. Okay, well,
All right, let's get started, Dr. Spooky.
we'll look at that later, I
Hey,
guess.